Progress and nature, can we have both? In a lush green forest, there lived a group of animals. The animals were all very different, but they lived together in harmony. There was a wise old owl, a playful monkey, a hard-working elephant, and a gentle deer. One day, a group of humans came to the forest. They were hunters, and they were looking for animals to kill. The animals were terrified. They had never seen humans before, and they didn't know what to do. The wise old owl called a meeting of all the animals. He told them that they needed to work together to protect themselves from the hunters. "We are all different," said the owl, "but we must unite against the hunters. Together, we can be strong." The animals agreed to work together. They created a plan to confuse and mislead the hunters. They used their unique skills and abilities to their advantage. The monkey used his agility to swing from tree to tree, distracting the hunters. The elephant used his strength to block their path. The deer used her speed to outrun them. The hunters were furious. They had never been outsmarted by animals before. They eventually gave up and left the forest. The animals were overjoyed. They had defeated the hunters and saved their home. The animals learned a valuable lesson that day. They learned that simple is beautiful. They didn't need fancy weapons or technology to defeat the hunters. They just needed to work together and use their own unique skills and abilities. The animals in the forest continued to live together in harmony. They learned to appreciate each other's unique skills and abilities. They also learned to respect the natural world around them. One day, a new group of humans came to the forest. These humans were different from the hunters. They were scientists who were studying the animals. The scientists were respectful of the animals and their environment. The animals were hesitant at first, but they eventually warmed up to the scientists. They allowed the scientists to study them and their habitat. The scientists learned a lot from the animals. They learned about the animals' social behavior, their hunting patterns, and their communication methods. The scientists also learned about the importance of protecting the forest and its biodiversity. The animals and the scientists became friends. They worked together to protect the forest and its wildlife. Then, a group of developers came to the forest. They wanted to cut down the trees and build a new city. The animals were terrified. They knew that if the developers cut down the trees, they would lose their home. The scientists helped the animals to fight against the developers. They wrote letters to the government and organized protests. They also used their social media platforms to raise awareness about the issue. The animals and the scientists were successful. The government stopped the developers from cutting down the forest. The animals and the scientists celebrated their victory. They were grateful for the forest and for each other. They knew that they were stronger together. Moral of the story. The story of the animals and the scientists teaches us that simple is beautiful. We don't need to destroy nature in order to progress. We can live in harmony with nature and still enjoy a modern lifestyle. Which raises a question that progress and nature, can we have both?